All right, guys, I just showed up to see S&M2. Getting ready to walk in right now and check it out. I'll talk to you after the movie. Okay guys, just finished watching the Metallica S&M2 San Francisco Symphony Orchestra movie. Awesome movie. Thumbs up. 2 hours and 40 minutes of true awesomeness, amazingness. It was just amazing. It flew by. The set list was great. James has never sounded better, in my opinion. I don't think I can ever recall a time where his voice was so just pitch perfect. He did so well. And to think this was filmed back in early September and just 3 weeks later he enters rehab, it really changes your perspective while watching the movie, knowing that he was going through something, while that was being filmed. Yet he pulled it off. Like perfectly. Not a single mistake. Everything was perfect. His guitar playing, his singing, everything. But because of what we know now with the whole rehab thing, I couldn't help but just study James, study him very closely throughout the entire movie. Looking at him, looking into his eyes, you see something. You see a sadness, a depression. You see maybe exhaustion. I don't know. You see something, and just kind of makes you wonder, like, what is he going through? Now, there were times he was laughing and smiling and happy. It almost looked forced, but my takeaway from the film was you can see something's not right with him, but he pulled it off beautifully, like seriously, like perfectly. So I commend him for that, that's for sure. And I commend him for getting the help he needs. Now, let's just talk real quick about the rehab. We're all assuming it's alcohol, and maybe we shouldn't do that. I'm guilty of it. I think most of us are. A couple of people have pointed out, I guess it's a rumor, that it could be painkillers. Something about him having back pain. Could be painkillers. It might not be drugs, might not be alcohol. You can go to rehab for anything. So, hate to speculate, hate to make assumptions. It's kind of human nature to do that, and I apologize for making any kind of assumptions about James. I love James, and I support him fully, and we just want him to get better, whatever it is. So, let me just touch base real quick that I've had a few people commenting on previous videos that apparently have misunderstood what I said. Never did I mean to imply that James' hair, the color of his hair, the facial hair, any of that has anything to do with his addiction. Somebody pointed out, like, him styling his mustache the way he is has nothing to do with addiction. And you are absolutely right. Having facial hair has nothing to do with addiction. I have a beard. I'm not an addict. My whole point was that James, his appearance has changed kind of drastically over the last year or so. And part of it is the hair, the graying of the hair, the style of it all. I'm not a fan of this slicked back hair he's styling right now. It was evident throughout the entire movie. It's just like he's growing it out. It's long and it's slicked back. I don't like it, but that's just my opinion. Not my place to judge. Not my place to say that's anything other than that's just his personal choice. Now, what I will say, looking at him, you can see just some kind of sadness or depression, and that's kind of what I'm talking about here. And I'm mostly just saying that over the last year or so, his appearance, like his physical appearance, has changed to where he looks a lot older. Some of it's the hair, but it's also like people have said he looks like he's aged 10 years in the last year, and I don't know if I would say that much, but you can tell there's something going on. I'm not the only one noticing this, so I apologize to anyone who I offended or mistook what I was trying to say. I'm not saying because he has, the different style facial hair that means he's drinking again. That's not what I'm saying. We're all just noticing that there's something much deeper than that, and maybe it's a contributing factor to him letting his hair grow out, or I guess maybe he used to dye the color of his hair. I don't know. None of that matters. We just want James to get better, and that's my point. We're all picking up something is not right, and that's all I'm trying to elaborate on. Something isn't right, and we hope James gets better, and we hope he gets back out on the road soon, if he chooses to. He needs to take care of himself and do what's right for himself. So, anyways, my review of the movie is thumbs up, totally amazing. I would watch it again. The set list was great. James' voice was great. But he did look off. He totally looked sad, depressed, or something. And when he was smiling and happy, it kind of looked forced or fake or something like that. So, anyways, that's my opinion. I would love to hear yours. Feel free to leave a comment, and we'll talk on the next one, guys. Thanks again for watching.